What's up, conquistadors? I always put my hands up like, hands up. What's up? Hands up. What's up, conquistadors? It is Scotty, the chunky Spaniard. How you doing, homies? It is good to see you again. Well, I guess see you. It's good to have you coming back to watch the videos and for sticking around. Man, we passed over 3,000 subscribers a month or two ago, and now we're in the 3,700s, which is kind of crazy to me. I know it's not the growth of some YouTubers where it's like they blow up, but I'd rather have slow growth and just like build that good little hometown fan base. And there's not really a hometown fan base because you guys are all over the world. Wherever you're from, please comment below and tell me where you're from, because we have people from all over the world watching, and I think that is the coolest thing. And I've mentioned that before, but I'm still, you know, 2 years into filming with the Fine Brothers, I'm still in awe of doing this and the reaches, the distance. I don't know how far all of this gets out there. It's mind-blowing. Anyway, I gotta get better at not saying Some people are just so good. I'd be a horrible I am public speaking, but I'd be a horrible, I don't know, White House correspondent. Although I do think I'd be better than some people right now. Gosh, the world is a mess, right? So watch this and take your mind off of the mess that's going on everywhere else. I see in the camera that the lighting is it's making my super Santa cheeks shine a little bit. I think I'm getting embarrassed too. It's a little red. Anyway, I haven't responded to your questions. Now, before we even get into that, I'm filming this on Friday, and hopefully I'm going to get this up today or tomorrow, but it is Baron Davis's birthday. He's never going to see this, ever. But the guard of the We Believe era of the Warriors We Believe team, Monte, Baron, Captain Jack, I mean, you got all these guys that are legends in the Dub Nation community, and it is Baron Davis's birthday. Boom Dizzle, the guy, the driving force behind Black Santa. If you haven't checked out the Black Santa company, it's awesome. And so, in honor of Baron and Boom, I am wearing my old school Charlotte Hornets hat. I'm just a basketball fan. Yes, Warriors fan, but overall basketball fan, because how could you not deny the 90s Charlotte Hornets of Larry Johnson, Lonzo Mourning, Del Curry, Kendall Gill. I mean, even think about like Muggsy Bogues, one of my favorite guards ever. The little guys, gotta praise the little guys. Isaiah Thomas right now is carrying that mantle of the little dudes, and he's a household favorite of ours, even though we're not Celtics fans. Happy birthday, Boom. Miss you in Dub Nation. So, I am going to answer some of your questions that you posed online. Now, I'm not going to get to all of them. I've written them all down. I've got 2 pages of questions that have been asked of me. And I'm going to try and hit a few and then expand on one more that's going to help you get to know me a little bit better. I know that some people feel like you get to know a person online. This is my personality most of the time. I'm also a very passionate and fiery coach. I'll get into that in another video. But who's the man behind the beard, right? So I'm going to kind of skip around and then answer a few questions. So one of the biggest things is, do I always wear a hat? Brian Holson. If I butcher your name, sorry. It's like the first day of school. If you haven't seen Key and Peele Substitute Teacher, that's what it's like saying names anymore. Jay Quellen? Aaron? That always gets me. But Brian Holson asked, do you always wear a hat? I love hats. I love hats and shoes. And I don't know why, but I just do. I have a huge collection of hats and a lot of shoes. Not as many shoes as I used to have, but a lot of shoes. But yes, I almost always wear a hat, except when I'm teaching, I don't wear a hat. I've posted a few pictures on my Instagram. You can go check it out on Instagram without a hat. But I love hats. I love coordinating my hats. I love to have a variety of hats. But I'm also very self-conscious about my widow's peak and the hairline thing that's going on there. So I'm not afraid to admit that. But yeah, I do. I kind of always wear a hat. Okay, next question is from 45 Records Man. And I was his little brother's teacher last year. And so he always writes to me, and we always have good dialogue online. So what's up, 45 Records Man? But he asked, do I have a favorite candy, healthy food, fast food restaurant, or soda? If you hear background noise, the wind is going crazy outside today, and there's like stuff blowing all over our porch and our patio. Like when you have kids, you have wiffle ball bats and everything else flying around back there. That's a bunch of questions all in one. Favorite candy, anything gummy, like gummy bears, Sour Patch Kids, Swedish Fish. Those always get me. Always. I love gummy stuff. Healthy food? Oh, I laugh because I don't know. The stuff, I guess if I was going to go healthy, the healthiest I might go is guacamole. But that's some good pico de gallo. Oh, some good salsa. Just like guac and salsa. Californian, you know what I mean? And grew up in Southern California. So like avocado, I think, is actually in our DNA. It's part of our DNA. Fast food restaurant. That's a tough one. Again, the Southern California connection, I'd probably have to say In-N-Out. Yeah, In-N-Out is by far my favorite. Are there other burger places I love? Yes, I do. I do love other burger places. But if I'm gonna just fit in the fast food category, it's got to be In-N-Out. And favorite soda, usually whatever's on sale between Pepsi and Coke. I used to be just strictly Pepsi, but yeah, usually whatever's on sale. And then Mountain Dew's good every once in a while. I actually like Mountain Dew out of a can better than I do out of like a plastic bottle. So yeah, and that Code Red is really good too. Soda. Yeah. I need to cut some of that out, man. It's bad for you. But I do like soda. I like me some coffee, too. If you have any coffee suggestions, I'm a Pete's guy right now. I love Pete's. Major Dickinson's blend. Oh, I love the stronger the better. But, yeah, if you have coffee suggestions, leave those in the comments because I love coffee. Love coffee. I'll answer one more because this one will go kind of into other realms. This is from Diego Lema, L-E-M-A. So, and asked if I'm from Spain. I am not from Spain, but my family's history is based out of Spain. In Malaga, Spain. The Calle Marques de Larios, that is named after my family. My family, the Larios family, helped settle Mission San Juan Bautista in California. Our name is throughout the record books. Our family crest is on a cape there at the mission. And there's a fictional book about our family called California Dons, D-O-N-S. And there's like several different versions of it, but that book, it does exist. And it is about my family. And interruption. Sorry for the little break and the refocusing. My camera shut off because I had to stop for a minute, and now probably the zoom is probably way different than it was the last time. But back to the question at hand, which was am I Spanish? So yes, I am Spanish. I'm a mix of lots of other things, of course. I think all of us are. But I never learned to speak Spanish. My grandmother never allowed it in the house. My grandfather spoke it and his brothers spoke it, but she always thought that they were talking about her. So she never allowed it in the house. Therefore, my dad never learned it, and I ended up having to take it in high school and college, which that was a cool experience because in college, my Spanish teacher was the person who wrote the book, which is always intimidating. I had a couple professors like that in college. But she was like 100% Japanese, and she spoke amazing Spanish, and she was one of the authors of the book. So that was kind of one of those things where it just twists your brain a little bit, but she's brilliant. And so, am I Spanish? Yes. And it's so cool because like last summer we went to Mission San Juan Capistrano. We went back down south to where I grew up, and went to all these different beaches that I grew up going to, and drove all around Southern California. And the one thing that my kids said was their favorite part was Pedro's Tacos and going to the mission. And so that kind of warms your heart when that's part of your family's background, your heritage. And that's like the one thing the kids grasp onto. It wasn't forced or anything, and that was the one thing that they said they loved the most, and they actually want to go back. So, great question, Diego. I believe it was Diego, right? Yeah. Great question, Diego, which, by the way, that was almost my name. My parents wanted to name me either Joaquin or Diego, and then they settled on Scott. So I don't know how you do that, how you go from like full, Diego and Joaquin to Scott. But that's my name. And so thank you for your questions. Keep asking questions. I'm going to answer more in another video, and I'll be coming out with those every so often. And some other new content that I want to do. Buster just ran by. And I just thank you guys so much for coming back and watching. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, like, share, and gosh, dude, if it's not kids, it's a dog. So until next time, Conquistadors, be a better person tomorrow than you were today, and I will see you next time.